Now you can hear me. Why did I have my mic muted? That's weird. All right. Yeah. All right. All right, everyone. Let's get this going. You didn't hear a thing I said. Thank God. I was secretly giving you the question that goes with the answer 42. So now nobody will know that. The world will forever wonder. I have hidden all of my secrets. I promise, no sound is not on purpose. It was a boo-boo. I called tech support. They said, "Sir, please needful be plug up microphone and do hard cold reset on computer. Also, we need $600 in Bitcoin, and for some reason we can pronounce that much better. I am from Microsoft. I need you to do a needful cold reset and maybe send us a few Bitcoin and gift card pin codes." I am tech support. No, this is not a scam. This is not a scam. I am the Microsoft, Amazon, Apple tech support people. You have a virus. You have a virus. It is not wired, it is wireless. Alright. Look, I don't know how many of you have looked up problems that you've had at Microsoft support. That stinking website of theirs. There is one screw in this pile that is smaller than the others. No, there's two, and I don't know exactly where it came from. Crap, I should have been paying attention. I think it's these front ones. The threads are much closer. So, that's a pretty safe assumption from what I'm seeing. So I'm going to just go with that. The two tiny screws that are different lengths go over there. Okay, I've never opened one of these before, but usually these gaming rigs are pretty easy to get into. They're designed to be upgradable. You just, figure out where to crack the seal. But like I said, I don't actually know until I get in here, and it can't be that simple, can it? No, I didn't think so. What do we got? It looks like there's a seam right here. Maybe. Oh my God, just let me in the computer. I mean, I can see a seam, it's just, it's kind of a nuisance. I have the display open to counterweight it a bit. Okay, if that's the seam, it is awfully tight. I can't get anything in there. Alright, let's start at the back. Maybe it cracks here. Oh, it cracked there. It cracked there. Well, MSI, you got some strange notions about how this should work, don't you? Damn. What is wrong with this? I'm just trying to get in, and it's, being a little grouchy. Oh, they've never taken this off, this vinyl. I'll take that vinyl off that logo. Thank you. Okay. Alright. I've not actually cracked open an MSI before, or if I have, it's been a very long time. I'm pretty sure this is the seam, but the problem is it's not giving at all. Like, there's a lip here that doesn't appear to be it. So, what do? I think someone else has already tried prying here at some point, possibly. So this is kind of frustrating. Oh, I think I got an in. Yep, I got in. It is the seam. This is the worst part of all this crap. You can't even see what I'm doing. Here, hang on a second. Let me give you a higher view, okay? There we go. Let's levitate that camera just a bit, too. I'm trying not to knock everything over in the process. Alright. This is the seam right here. You can't see it, and it doesn't matter. Ah, Christ. What a mess. Hey, and now download AnyDesk. You're terrible. I looked at the chat. That was a mistake. Oh, you brought up the Jimmy Crack Corn thing. Do you know where that came from? Apparently, and this is just what I was told, apparently the whole Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care thing came from like a slave whose master got drunk on whiskey, thus the corn, and fell off their horse, busted their head open and died. And well, why would, you know, the slave care? Master dead, slave free. That's what I was told. That could be complete bullshit. But I was told that Jimmy Crack Corn and I don't care, that's where it came from. And, you know, I really don't like how tight the clips are on this, and I'm hoping that they're supposed to be that horrifically loud and aggressive, and that I'm not just destroying this poor woman's computer. But I might just be destroying this poor woman's computer. Oh, fuck me. Please tell me it's not on. You're not on, are you? Okay. Thought I saw something. Oh, okay. Okay, that freaked me out a little bit. The last thing I need is for this computer to not be off. Holy crap. Maybe it did refer to moonshine, but if you think about it, the corn... Is moonshine made from corn? I actually don't know. I'm not an expert in alcohol manufacture, so I defer to someone else who knows that it's from moonshine. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a neat story, so that's what I'm rolling with. All right, look at this. So this is an MSI heat pipe with laptop attached. Holy shit, no wonder she wanted me to do it. Ah, crap. Okay. All right, bring the camera back down. Now that I've gotten in, we don't, let's get you a good view of the area. Yeah, now that I'm in, there you go. Maybe I can give you a zoom. Let me see if I can give you a cam. Where are you? Cam 1 only. Zoomed. More. Let's do this. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, you can see a little better now. I like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah. So you can get a better idea of what I'm doing. Although, what I'm doing is not exactly complicated. Where is this weird... Wait a second. No, the battery's here. Oh, okay. Yep, that's pretty easy. The battery is actually a pack-style battery. Yeah, this machine probably cost a good bit. It's got an SSD and a hard drive. Wait a second, that didn't hold the battery in. Did I even have to take that? Well, I had to take that out for the fan. The black screw held the battery pack in. So here's the battery pack. But the whole fan, this is like a fan complex. This is not just one fan. I took the battery out because I don't want it turning on. Normally I don't care, but in this case, yeah. This is the biggest DC jack wiring I've ever seen in my friggin' life, dude. Look at the size of this thing. Do you see this? These are the wires that go from the DC jack to the motherboard, and they run over the fan. Hang on a second, I gotta turn the heat off. It's too hot in here. Way too hot in here. Way too much heat. Way too much heat. Okay. Could not deal with it anymore. Just too hot. Give me a fan. I need something. Let it get too hot in here. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of heat pipes. There's 4 heat sinks, though, so you can kind of understand it. Nothing else appears to go directly through these heat pipes. Now, my problem is I can't just yank the fans without pulling the heat sink assemblies, too. So, let's go ahead and pop the screws out of the fans. Yep, all the fans have these silver screws. There's a 1 here. I don't even see a screw for it. Pop the screws out of the heatsink, or the plate on top of the CPU. Thankfully, they look identical to the fan ones, so that's pretty cool. It just occurred to me, normally I like to record these streams in 4K, but I forgot to hit record on the camera. Should I hit record on the camera now? Why not? Yeah, may as well go ahead and record it. Is it actually recording? Yes. Yes, it is. Excellent. Is this bright enough? I feel like I could use just a little bit more. There we go. That's better. All right. Well, okay. About Windows 7, why are you using Chrome? Why aren't you using Firefox? Firefox will support 7 longer than Chrome will. So switch to Chrome, and you're talking about search engines, but Google Chrome is a web browser, not a search engine. So it shouldn't really matter. God almighty, what is a... Come on. Okay, there is something stuck. Yep. Just like that one, there's one here. I feel it. And there it is. Okay. My North Carolinian is really starting to leak through, isn't it? We've got that southern twang coming out because I'm getting all excited. Oh, God almighty. Dude, I got all 4 screws out, but this thing is like glued down. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pop this fan connector because I see it and I'm afraid of it. I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, Chrome. Well, you said you were using Chrome. You said Chrome will F themselves up in 2023. That's how I knew. You literally told me you were using Chrome. So, yay? Me? But, yeah, Chrome works fine on 7 until, you know, they stop giving you new updates for it, and then eventually websites don't support the features, and then you can't run modern web apps. Oh, I'm sorry, websites, which are really just stupid web apps at this point. This thing is stuck really hard, and I can actually see some kind of paste down there that is not on a processor. I think that might be video RAM, maybe? It's not being held down by a screw at this point. There is something down here. Yeah, there is clearly a paste here on these things, like probably the VRMs, but it's basically gluing this whole thing down. Ah, crap. This is not good. This is not good at all. Oh, there it goes. Well, I got it. Yeah, this computer's only a year old, so that paste is fine. I'm not replacing that paste. I'm just not. That would be dumb. Replacing that heatsink paste would be stupid. My paste is probably not as good as whatever's already in here, so I'm not replacing that. Alright, so one of the fans in this computer was bad. I don't actually remember which. Oh, it's that one. Holy shit, it's that one. So, you're probably wondering right now how I could tell which one of these fans was the bad fan. When you spin the bad fan, you can feel the bearings vibrate angrily. It is a very aggressive vibration. And the fan stops prematurely. And I'm talking very prematurely. Phillips 0, will that work? Or do I need a double 0? I actually don't know. Oh yeah, that fan doesn't free spin at all. This girl must use her laptop for gaming all the time. Okay. Let's get this fan out of here. I'm tempted to replace the other fan as well. Thing is, I need to know which fan is bad so I can hand it to her and say, this is the bad fan. Here's the part that was good but that I replaced anyway while I was in there. So this is the bad fan. Let's mark it. Oh, where's my markers? There's one. Okay. So this fan is bad. We mark it with an X. We do not... Yeah. Yeah, the start was muted. Sorry about that. Let's match up a fan that doesn't... Let's see here. Does that look right to you? It kind of looks right to me. The problem is both of these fans look very similar. They're not identical, though. Yep. Yep, that's why I wanted to check. Okay. So this fan is the correct one. Let's get it put in there. I actually don't remember how it went in there, but it's pretty obvious when you look. So, all right. 3 screws hold the fan in. Let's... By the way, the reason that I have this fan just sitting over here like on top of the speaker, I don't want this paste to touch the bench or anything. The goo on the bottom of those plates, because we're reusing it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not baked or anything. So I don't want to replace the goo. But if I start losing it by smearing it all over things, well, I'm going to have to replace it. I mean, that's just a given. So right now I am you know what? While I've got this fan off, I should really check that. Yep, I'm glad I did. Look at this. Look, there's fur. There's all kinds of fur growing inside of it. I'm going to blow it out. Christ. Yeah. Some people use an air compressor, but I'm just lazy. All right. That looks about right. Okay. Uh-oh. I got a little goo on my fingers. I'm going to die now. I are dead. I know these have numbers, but my strategy for putting these screws in is instead of following the numbers directly, I want to get them threading first. And then I worry about lining or finishing everything up once they're all kind of loose, but in the thread. There we go. This one should just be there at this point. Yep, it is. Actually, the numbers, I don't know how those numbers are supposed to apply. They've got numbers, but I think they apply to putting the screws back for the whole heatsink assembly, not just the fans. So the fan screws, even though there's a number right beside it, it's actually meant for the screw that goes below it. All right. So that one's okay. Now, I could have sworn that there was a weird... Okay. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Yuck. Yeah. Oh, sludge everywhere. Look at this. Look at how big this stupid thing is. I've got this wide-angle lens here. Like, it can see the whole friggin' workbench, and this heatsink assembly so darn huge that it takes up the whole workbench. Just, it's a chunky thing, isn't it? Just a bit chunky. It a thick boy. This is a big old heatsink. I mean, honestly, I'm happy to see something with this much heat dissipation inside of a gaming laptop. It kind of makes me feel bad for having an Asus. Asus is somewhat notorious for having some bad designs. This is a pretty good design, although I hated prying it open. Man, this cooling is hard to argue with. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. So this connector is right here through this hole, so I need to remember that when I do this other fan, which is stuck for some reason. Why are you stuck? Oh, just to spite me? Oh, cool. Yeah, that's why I'm stuck too. Because I hate myself. All right. Let's see. Let's get this replacement. Line you up. I think it was this tape, actually. There's a piece of tape here. Or foam? That's like foam. That's not tape. It's some kind of foam. I don't know if it's going to continue to be there when I'm done, though. I'm kind of questioning that foam and whether it really needs to be where it is. Uh-oh. Okay, come on. Come on. The worst part of this, other than the tiny, tiny, tiny screws, is lining everything up. Getting these stupid tiny holes to line up. And yes, unfortunately, I did touch the goo. I got a tiny bit on my fingers, but you know, goo is like blood and oil. If you see a teaspoon of it, it looks like there was some kind of a massacre. Oh my god, the heater just came back on. I turned it way down and it just came back on. It's trying to kill me. I swear, it's trying to kill me. I'm gonna get murdered by my heater. Anyway. Alright, thread this back through. Now, let's get the bad part over there. We've marked it so we don't have to worry about mixing it up. Alright, let's put our computer back together. Real quick, let's just look things over. Oh, hey, you made it! Yay! Ooh, God, the sludge is all over my fingers. It takes so little. Yeah, I used my gaming laptop. I have an Asus from 2015 or 16. I use my gaming laptop for video editing most of the time, not for gaming. You know, I don't even use my current computer that can do gaming absolutely wonderfully. For gaming, I use it for Stable Diffusion and Peach Beach Splash, although I haven't played that in a long time either. Oh well, no naked anime girls on my watch, I suppose. What a shame. I'm going to check these hinges because if people flip-flop their computers open a lot, the hinges tend to loosen. And boy, oh boy, is that not fun. Check that out. Okay, let's see. Just for kicks, let's reseat this RAM. I'm already in here. I may as well reseat the memory just to make sure that it's making great contact because that's a common problem. I think the heatsink paste will be fine if I just put it back the way it was. I didn't check the heatsink on that other fan, did I? Hang on. No, I think it was only that one that had some dog hair or something in it. Okay. Let's very, very carefully put this back. Alright, where were you? You were there. And, yeah, this is, it actually is kind of hard to figure out where it went. So one of the things that I do when I put heatsink paste down in general, but also if I break the paste, this computer is 4 months out of warranty. That just figures a CPU fan would go 4 months out of warranty. But what I normally do when I have a situation like this where the paste has come up is I like to move the heatsink. I like to put a little pressure on it, move it around a little bit to kind of redistribute the paste that's there so that I don't have to worry about the heatsink paste being uneven because of me cracking it open. This cable with this fan is very rigid. I'm a little bit concerned about this. It is very rigid, and I don't like it because I need to bend it to get it in here. This sucks. This sucks. Okay, let's use my screwdriver here to curl this rigid cable. Get in there, you sack of crap. Yeah. I need to put a bend in it. I'm afraid that if I put too much of a bend in it, that it might be bad for it. So, I don't know why it's rigid. I don't know if it's a wiring thing or an insulation thing or what, but please reattach. Oh, for the love of God, just go back in the damn connector slot for me, please. It's new, and, you know, this stuff may not completely... You're being a dick. Okay. Alright. We'll do it the hard way. Needle nose pliers for the win. Maybe. Or, you have to be careful because you can use needle nose pliers for great good or great evil. The evil being that I could very easily end up just ripping all these wires out. Boy, would that be great. Hey, customer, I perma-fucked your laptop by ripping all the wires apart. Isn't that awesome? Aren't you so happy? Give me your money. All right. Yeah, that was, that did not go in kindly. That was, pushing this wire down. That wire is very, very rigid. And the connector was really tight too, so... Yeah, I love it. This blocks a tiny bit of the fan path, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, other fan connector over here. You can't actually see it, can you? It's way over there in the edge of the frame. But the other fan connector over here, it's rigid too, but it's also a very straightforward setup with no crap around it. So I can just use my extremely horrifying thumbnail to push down on it, I suppose. Oh, this is not good. It's like it's molded just a little bit differently and doesn't fit in the slot. What the crap? Yeah, it's the slightest bit. It's the slightest bit too big or something, and yeah, one of the wires is not lining up. Okay, hang on a second. I need to make sure I'm not going to break anything. Let's break out some tools here. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it, but let me see how far in I can go on that. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, hopefully. So our problem spot is right here. And what I have to do is see if we've bent any pins. No pins are bent. I don't see any damage. Except one of the solder pad things looks a little cracked. There's too much pressure on this. Yeah, gotta be careful, man. These things are really tiny. I'm not sure how I want to handle this. It's not the wire's rigidity this time. It's the connector not quite fitting. And I'm not sure exactly why it's not quite fitting. Maybe it's just this plastic here is too rigid. I don't know. That's pretty rigid though, that's for sure. See, I'm really afraid that I'm going to crack this connector, and then we get into a whole different category of repair I'm not good at. Anything involving surface mount soldering is a hell no from me. That is like Lewis Rossman territory. You can deal with that, bro. I don't want to. See, it's going on a bit, but it's not going on all the way. If I push too hard, there's a very real risk that I crack that. So I don't know, man. That's rough. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the teeth on the inside of this needle nose to file this edge down a bit. It's a little questionable how I'm going to do that with the very pliers I need to hold it, but yeah. I think it's just a little bit too wide, and it just needs like a little tiny bit shaved off and it would go in. It just feels like it's too fat. Yeah, there it goes. There you go. It's not even. Yeah, it's even. That's it. It was that. It was the fan connector. It's just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. You know, fraction of a millimeter too wide. Good. Now, hopefully I didn't damage anything. This bullshit when these parts are just the tiniest bit off. It's so stressful. Don't put that back. Don't put that back. You're getting too excited. Scale back the excitement, brother. Scale back the excitement. Still got a ways to go. Got to find these holes. Get these to go in. I always turn the screwdriver backwards. I always turn screwdrivers backwards until I hear a click or feel a click come through the screw. Because what's going on there is the start of the threads on the screw find the start of the threads on the socket that they go into, and it jumps, which gives you that audible and tactile click, which tells you that you found where it starts. So when you start turning to screw in, you know that you're actually going in. It's not just going to sort of spin there and laugh at you. All right. I don't ever follow these numbers. I've never cared about these numbers. Honestly, if you've ever changed a tire properly and put the lug nuts back on, you know to follow a certain order where you cross over as far opposite as you can every time. And as long as you do that, it kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, your entire goal is just to put it on such that it pushes from one direction to the other so that it evenly distributes. Alright, whatever. Anyway. Man, oh man. This was, this one, I wasn't expecting there to be something like that. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? I have done repairs in the past of stuff similar to that. Yeah, number 5 I don't think I put down. It's not going in. Oh, there it goes. I've done repairs similar to this in the past where something wouldn't fit because like it was a tiny, tiny bit too thick, and I forced it, and the result was very, very bad. And definitely not something that I wanted to repeat. I just realized I may have covered up this hole. Yep, I sure did. I also just realized that this thing is still zoomed in more, and you may not have seen everything. Or maybe it helped. I don't know. Okay, 2 more screws and we're done with the interior. And then we get to see if I've destroyed everything. You can stay down now, DC Jack. You can stay down now. Alright, let's see. I love how it's a standard battery pack. It's like, if they can do this, if they can put this battery pack here with the connector and the tabs and everything, why can't they just make it removable? There's no excuse. It's a sealed pack. It goes into a standard connector. It's not even wired or whatever. It's just standard battery connector. It really makes you think. Okay. What are you guys saying? By the way, Windows 11 just might do it for me in terms of getting off of Windows, because it is really that bad. I know that a lot of you found me through my Windows 11 must be stopped video and the subsequent traffic explosion that I got as a result. But the thing is, I always give these things time just to see if the crap factor kind of pans out. Microsoft backed off a lot of the secure boot crap, for example. I wonder who that is. That's her. I'm pretty sure that's her. Yep, so Microsoft backed off a lot of the secure boot mandatory crap and requirements and all that. But the problem still exists. But I was willing to at least wait and see if they would make Windows 11 suck less, because they've obviously they have major problems like the start menu not being able to be you can move it to the left, but like you can't show all icons in the notification area, which is something that I use all the time. You can't have text, like the whole never combine and small taskbar buttons and all that. They've taken all those customization options away. They've basically, with Windows 11, done with 10 what they did to 7 with Windows 8. Windows 8, they were like, hey, we have phones, and we have giant fucking computers. I'm running Windows 10 on my current desktop. I'm running Windows 10 Pro with a bunch of modifications to kill most recently used lists, and used a group policy, gpedit.msc, not available on Home or Core Edition, to not allow any kind of automatic updating or checking. I manually went into safe mode and disabled the services for Windows Defender, so that doesn't work. I disabled or deleted all of the tasks that trigger Windows telemetry. So I have a sort of neutered Windows 10, but it's annoying. It really is. The only reason that I run Windows is familiarity and ubiquity, and I would also say just availability of stuff. Like, so many things still only run on Windows, and Wine, and what is it called, Proton, the Wine extension by Steam or Valve or whatever, you know, they may never reach the point where they can effectively replace Windows. The big thing for me, honestly, is Premiere Pro. I'm still stuck on that because I've never found an open source video editor that didn't have serious problems. Look at all the crap that falls out of keyboards. This computer's not turning on. Hang on a second. The computer's not turning on. But it should. Oh, shit. That's like a Dell connector. Hold on a minute. Now, if you get bored, get on eBay and buy one of these tip kits that converts a standard 5.5 by 2.5 or 2.1 millimeter setup into all these different tips. I was going to do something and I have forgotten what it was. But no time for that now. Yep, it's a Dell type tip kit. Great. Alright. Do I get a charge light or anything? Am I going to be dignified with a charge light? This computer's not turning on, friends. I got no juice. And it's possible that it needs its own proprietary adapter. Wait, no, I got an orange light now. You know what? The battery pull might have had something to do with this. Come on. I heard the hard drive click. Come on, there you go. Okay. We're looking good. Okay, I was going to zoom the camera out. That's what I forgot. There we go. Look at that. Alright. A Windows 11 boot ring. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, my Innuendo Studios reaction streams? Yeah, I'm planning some of those again, by the way. If you've subbed to the Politics channel, you won't regret that. Okay. Alright. It booted up. Something happened and your pin isn't available. Dude, I don't care. Oh, shit. They have their mouse disabled. Shit. I got no touchpad. Okay. I don't have a battery meter either. I'm gonna shift shut down this bad boy. I haven't used DaVinci Resolve. That's the thing, is I haven't actually used it. It's also not open source. It's still a closed source, somewhat paid product. But I already know Premiere Pro. I already have Premiere Pro, and I'm not paying Adobe any money every month. That's why I'm still stuck on Premiere Pro. It's not that I couldn't learn DaVinci Resolve. It's that I've already got templates and everything designed in Premiere Pro. I can put out videos very, very quickly. Alright, so the customer's outside. The computer's done. Ostensibly done. I'm gonna give her the old parts and go take her money, and that's the end of this stream, my friends. I'm sorry that it can't be longer. I'm sorry I can't sit around and chat. I do have other things I have to worry about. So, I gotta roll. Damn, these things don't want to go in this box. But, I appreciate all of you watching. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you very much. And expect a lot more videos from me in 2023. Take care, my wonderful friends. Have a great one and a happy new year, because you may not see me till then, or you might. But either way, I want you to have a good time. Love y'all. Good night. During the day.